Hey Virgos, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be doing your March general reading here. Whoa, your meditation though. So I saw a dragonfly, which is all about dream time. Then I saw the Ace of Swords, which is about big realizations. And then I saw, wow, a lot. So, okay, if any of you guys are familiar with the Greek legend or myth of Athena's birth, right, goddess of wisdom, she sprung out of the top of her daddy Zeus's head in full battle regalia. It's true. Look it up if you want to. But that's what I saw. I saw Athena being birthed out of the top of your head, like the Virgo collective head, right? And I saw your head like kind of coming back together, and I saw Athena sitting up there. I saw olives. Olive trees are sacred to Athena. And then I saw scenes from a show. It's based on a book by Neil Gaiman called American Gods. And it's a show on the Stars Network as well. And just briefly, that has to do with the battle of the old versus the new, okay? Then I saw like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz walking up to the Emerald Castle, and then like I was like fast forwarded like an Italian run, like fast forward to the end of the movie where Glenda's like, oh, you had the power inside you all along, and then she like clicks her heels 3 times, and then I saw her wake up in bed like having dreamt that. So what's the point? What is the point? Pay attention to your dreams. There is some major information coming to you in your dream time. It could even be like quite often or maybe just once where it's a big deal. Dream journal, it's not going to be something that you easily forget. For real. If a dream stays with you, that's how you, well, I don't like to speak in like, you know, like, you know, for certainties necessarily, because there's, you know, people are human and subject to variation, of course. But what I'm getting for you guys is that the dream or dreams that you remember and really stay with you are messages from your higher self directing you onward. Okay? Feels very important. I'm also getting the sense of a headache because when Zeus birthed, you know, Athena out the top of his head, it started, you don't say, with a very bad headache. It feels like you are really going to be privy, and Athena represents knowledge, right? It feels a bit life-changing or path illuminating, right? Whoa. Whoa, that is really weird. What just show? Oh my God. We have 2 for 1, and I'm absolutely here for it. We have the bat under a moon talking about dream time, and then we have the cheetah, which is like fast forward movement and speed. So this is really weird. In nighttime, dream time, like there's gonna be like with a swiftness, messages and directives that come to you. Okay, hello. So the bat corresponds to the death key in the tarot, which is transformation, right? Bat medicine speaks of hidden insights that come to light in the subconscious or, yeah, wouldn't you know it, during dream time, right? Cheetah is about this corresponds to the sun in the tarot, which is a big illumination, realization, happiness, and forward movement. Hello! You know, I'm really drawn to the red here in the color of the lower chakras, which have to do with your security, stability, financial matters, all of that good stuff. So it could be related to that in some way. You know, I'm hearing the term olive branch. So how is that term, how does that phrase used? Like I offer you an olive branch, I make peace, something about that. Big realization, illumination, big clarity, that's all. You have the moon and the sun here. Hello and goodbye. Okay, what's going on? What isn't going on? What isn't going on, Virgos? What isn't going on? What isn't going on? Okay, I'm seeing, oh yeah, brills. I'm seeing someone sitting in a car and like on the radio, like here, I'm seeing Groundhog's Day with Bill Murray too. Messages through, there could be songs on the radio. Okay, this is like really insane how this is coming through. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you have a dream and then you wake up with a song in your head of like, I don't know, White Wedding by Billy Idol. I don't know why that just came to me, but I did. White Wedding. And you wake up with that song in your head, and then you get in the car to drive to work, you turn the car on, and it's Billy Idol singing White Wedding through the rain. Like, it's that level of synchronicity and messaging system that is coming through right now. Four of Wands. I'm so obsessed with this. This is happy home and family, celebration, appreciation, right on. However, it's also the 1111 key, which is signs, synchronicities, symbols, right? There's also an aspect here of the bowerbird, which is represented here. Did you know that bowerbird is special because the bowerbird creates its nest and then goes and finds a mate and lures, or I should say attracts its mate by the nest that it's made? It's like, hey baby, you want to see this nest I got over here? Yeah, I got this blue thread from down the road, give it a little extra zhuzh. Then I found this weird sticky stuff to bind it all together, and it's looking real good. I think it might be gum or something. Ooh, yeah, you like that? Okay, come on over. Like, that's the energy of the bowerbird realness, right? So there is this aspect here also of preparedness and readiness. I do feel like there's going to be something about this information or idea or inspiration or communication that happens around you that is going to act as a sort of catalyst in some way, shape, or form. It's really cool. Interesting. Oh my God, you can't make it up. The Chariot, Orca. This is fast forward movement ahead. We're just talking about catalyst, and then he's catapulting himself out the water. So catalyst, yes. Chariot, Cancer. This is the home and the hearth. So it's interesting. You have two keys about the home life here, right? Brills, a lot of black and white here too. So the Chariot, again, this is fast, forward-moving, balanced energy, right? That is very auspicious. It has a clear destination in mind, and the gas tank is a full. You know, I also want to talk about orca medicine, though, in particular. Orcas have an emphasis on the good of their pod, their family unit, right? So I am getting a strong sense of a support system here as well, meaning whatever this inspiration, idea, or setting your mind to something, this could just be something like setting your mind to something or deciding to make a move on something or make a change or publish something. Let's say that, okay, this is a random example. Let's say that you, I have a dear Virgo friend that's a photographer, okay? It's his like hobby love, right? Doesn't do it for money, but well, he used to, but he does something else for money, but he loves taking pictures, just does it for fun, would do it even if he doesn't get paid for it, right? And then let's say he's hit with this burst of inspiration from, air quotes, seemingly nowhere to, you know, go about making a book where all of these photos are in it and it's published, right? Or making an Instagram solely dedicated to these photos that ends up getting, you know, advertisements on it, becomes a source of income and revenue for him, right? That's the kind of vibe I'm getting. That it's something like that, that it changes your course or illuminates the path ahead in some way, shape, or form. And what's really funny is that I feel like it's kind of right under your nose, or it's going to feel that way. Because it could be a feeling of like, oh my God, I literally was right in front of my face. Or, I can't believe I didn't think of this sooner, right? Stop. King of Cups, are you serious? This is so gorgeous because this is the beaver, which is about hard work, meeting up with enjoyment of one's hard work. This is building the, do you see the theme here? Where this is like staying ready so you ain't got to get ready, preparedness, you know, deriving satisfaction from being, you know, applauded, appreciated, and understood for what you in particular are good at. This is also a sort of emotional balance that truly is such a sweet spot, right? You are headed in a very new or inspired direction. And it feels great. It feels really great. You know, again, when 1111 comes up, look out for those signs and symbols. They really are there to inform and inspire and guide you. I cannot with this reading. Ace of Wands. Wait, did I just move the camera? Ace of Wands. Are you serious? This is a big burst of inspiration. Remember, the wands rule the realm of desire, artistry, your work, doing work that you would do even if you didn't get paid for it. That's the wand suit. It's also the passion that we have within for, our interpersonal relationships as well. But this is so stunning. And then we have the butterfly here, which what? Represents what? Same thing as the bat. Transformation. Remember, this equates to the death key, which is about transformation, new life. I can't with this. This is very exciting. So this is that big burst of energy. This is the big idea that comes. I cannot believe, although I can believe, that it is clarifying the Four of Wands. I feel like this big idea or source of illumination path forward is going to directly affect either where you live, how you live, your home life in some way, shape, or form, or your ability to provide for yourself. Okay? The question is, I feel like the question that's being put to you through this reading. The work that you currently do, would you do it even if you weren't getting paid for it, right? Or what you do and don't get paid for it, do you ever dream of monetizing it? Would you ever consider it? What is your relationship to the work that you do in your vocation? And I'm hearing specifically the word vocation because it feels like something that you're quite good at, whether through practice or inherently. Okay? But yeah, it could lead to a move or an offer where it changes things, or this is significant. You have two major arcana starting you off here, and then coming in with the Chariot. Interesting. So we have the shadow side. So this is actually the devil key in the tarot with the Chariot. So this is actually really cool because the devil deals with death and the devil, darling. And the sun and the Chariot has to do with everything of the 3D realm, facts, figures, everything that you can see, touch, feel, hear, taste, all of those tactile senses, right? And what's really interesting here is that we're talking about the shadow side, which can also speak of our preconceived limitations, our limiting belief systems, or ascribing to beliefs or behaviors that we learned from either society, our parents, our friends at a young age, or whatever have you, right? And then we have the Chariot. I feel like you were being asked in like the light and dark shadow side here, right? I feel like you were being asked to first become clear on, and that could come through in a dream too. You could have a dream of your dad who never knew how to take a day off and worked until he literally had nothing left to give. And sure, he provided for his family, but he was miserable. And really, he never followed his dream of wanting to be a, architect, because he talked himself out of, how impossible that would be and decided to do something else that would bring money into the family and died, never really fulfilling his purpose. That's really grim what I just said. But that just came to my mind, right? You're being asked to really look at yourself and your relationship to what you expect for yourself is what I'm hearing. Because when you expect things to go your way, and yes, I know there's an aspect of like expectations or limitations and very true. But if you can also consider, if you expect things to go well for you, if you expect yourself to be in a situation where you are whatever you want, let's say that you want a happy home and family partnership unit, doing what you love to do and making more than enough money doing it that, you're more than set up for years and years to come. And possibly a future family as well, whatever that, or taking care of your parents, whatever that is for you. If you expect that for yourself, then that's an energy that you can work with. But you are being sent this divine inspiration about how to either build on what you already are good at, or a road ahead that is going to lead you to a true and deep fulfillment. But here's the gag. It's going to require that you get out of your own way and move forward without fear, without doubt, expecting that it's going to work out for you, right? Cowering in fear, bounding ahead. This is really interesting how this is coming up, because this is also about fear, and orcas are killer whales. They are at the top of the food chain in the ocean. They don't have fear like that. So these are two opposites. You are being advised to go for it, right? Expect things to work out. An orca doesn't swim around expecting that they're going to be eaten like a minnow, right? They're full confidence. They go for it without overthinking it or coming from a place of they are well aware of their place in the food system, right? Food system, food chain. They're well aware of their place in the food chain, right? And for you guys, I really do feel like that equates to first becoming clear on what that is. I feel like it's going to come in your dream time. or in meditation time, or in a still moment, or in an inspired moment. But see the bat with the shadow and the death, and then you have the devil here? There's something that wants to be released or transformed. Okay? That's for sure. Let's get a clarifier for this King of Cups here for us. Ooh, look, you're at the bottom, Hermit. Whoop, whoop. Oh, 2 for 1. Oh, yeah. Y'all, I'm so here for this. Queen of Swords and the 6 of Swords. Look at all this watery realness. Waters represent our emotions and our intuition. This is your potential. Your third position is your potential. Why do I feel the need to storybook this and show my work? Is it because I'm reading for Virgo? No, because it's lining up in such a fun, successive way. Burst of inspiration, signs, symbols, and synchronicities, passion, idea, potential. Being able to move on said idea, passion, potential, clarity, insights by releasing self-limiting beliefs, by releasing fear, by expecting everything to go your way and just moving forward even though you may not know the path ahead. Guess what? We really do, or how it's going to work out. Moving forward without needing to know the end of the book before you start out on the journey. Boop. Which leads you to emotional balance, happy work and emotional relationship fulfillment that also comes with a beautiful side of inner peace, because peace of mind and inner peace is the 6 of Swords. A change to your situation, because 6 of Swords is also about moving from either a state of being to another. Remember that Athena jumping out with that full battle armor on? This is either moving into a different state of being or actually geographically moving from one place to another, from one home to another. But this is movement, right? To the Queen of Swords, right? Queen of Swords and King of Cups, in my opinion, is a power couple. Let's talk about why and why this is so amazing. This is coming up for you in this context. If Queen of Cups is a man of emotional balance, right? Or I should say masculine, energy. But if he's a man of emotional balance, right? That means that he has access to his feelings. He's emotionally available, honeys. Emotionally available, right? But at the same time, he's allowing his emotions to fuel his intuition and allow that to work for him, right? And therefore, he's never worked a day in his life, right? And every relationship he's ever had, he has seen that even when they didn't go his way, that they were for the highest and best good of the growth potential and soul evolution. And hey, like, at least there was love, right? Because at least I'm hearing the Foy Vance song, At Least My Heart Was Open. This is Mr. At Least My Heart Was Open, right? And then we have the Queen of Swords, who suffers no fools gladly, who is like Queen of the Mind, right? She also does not engage. She's the queen of her own mind. She does not engage in analysis paralysis, which my beautiful, lovely Virgos, I know that you suffer from analysis paralysis-itis. I know you do. I know you do. I guess not every single one of you, but every Virgo I know does. We have that in common. I completely relate to that, right? She does not suffer from analysis paralysis, right? She is vigilant with the thoughts that come into her head, and she's able to observe them and transform them accordingly. She also knows and believes that she is the co-creator and master, the curator, if you will, of her own life and future. She says what happens. She says what's coming. She says what she is worthy of, and she expects nothing but the best. Right? It's very like Pinky up drinking the tea. Nothing but the best, darling. That's Queen of Swords. She is as vigilant with herself as she is with others. I also want to point out a really fun synchronicity. Do you see this lavender on her lap? Did you know that lavender is used to help people sleep well? And this whole thing has been about dream time or, messages through signs and synchronicities. All of that good stuff. What's going on? And you see how she has her hand up like, come with it. Right? This is really cool, you guys. So like emotional balance, meets high discernment and clear-headedness. That is a power couple. I feel like this deck. Whoa! At the bottom of this deck is a camera, and I was talking about my friend the photographer. Why do I feel like this is for you? Adventure, south. This is about taking the, this is, wow. This is exactly what I was just saying. With the Orca energy about going off down a road without needing to know where it's going to lead to or how it's going to turn out. By understanding that and I know it's a cliche, but it really is about the journey and not the destination, right? That's the adventure of life. And that without risk, there's no reward, and taking a chance on yourself and all this good stuff. Not over or thinking your way out of something or into something, right? How cool is that? Adventure south. Let's get one more for Giggies. You know, this also speaks to me, this camera also speaks to me of perception, right? How you perceive things directly affects, you know, what they are. You can look at a rose and see a beautiful, you know, flower on top, or you can look at a rose and see all the thorns and little baby death traps for your fingers, right? Perception. Okay, I just got shivers all over my body. I just split the deck. I feel like this is your card. Dreamtime. Creation. Whoa! How fun is this? Dreamtime. Creation. Doesn't this look like I'm looking at all the animals here. I'm like, what animals are here? Turtle, snake, armadillo. Yeah, Dreamtime Creation. I'm really drawn to this third eye on the forehead as well. You know, there's a messaging system that is open and available for you at this time. And here's another thing. You don't have to act on any of this. You don't even have to even recognize it as it arises, right? But this is just the potential energy that doesn't happen without you. So this is about, you know, you taking steps on the back end of this inspiration or idea. This could be like an idea like hits you. Not in a bad way, but like hits you, right? Like seemingly, quote, out of nowhere. You could be looking at, you know, a flower. Look at these flowers. You could be looking at these flowers and this butterfly, and suddenly you see this in a different way, and you have this idea, and it's like, oh my God, that's what it is. But it's about taking steps on that divinely inspired idea. Right? That's what it is. That's where the gold is. Whenever you think about how do people end up in these dream jobs or on these dream paths or in this great it's because they took action around these moments of inspiration, right? Let me tell you a little something real quick. I won't get into details because, you know, she's private. But I will tell you a little personal note. I have experienced this in real life before. I have had a moment of divine inspiration where I was really feeling called to do something that I'd never done before, and I didn't know why I was hearing it, but I did it, and as a result, I ended up getting something that I never thought. I mean, I still can't believe it, and it's been a while now. But I ended up with something that I've been wanting a really long time, and it all stemmed from doing this one thing. And I was literally by the water, and I just had this feeling to do it. I did it, and then it was like one thing led to another. It's like moments like that where your higher self is communicating with you, right? Where it's those answers lie in the stillness. And by the way, if I hadn't been standing at the water with a clear mind, I never would have been open enough to receive that messaging system. But anyway, outside of like the, you know, spiritual spirit aspect of it, if that doesn't resonate with you, it's fine, because we can also look at this from the aspect of this is literally your higher self communicating with you and guiding you towards a future and a potential circumstance that is right in alignment with your soul's desire. That's what this is. All you have to do is listen, look, see, be aware, be mindful. This isn't a time to move about your day mindlessly and not notice things, okay? For real. If you're in the habit of running around and boop bop bitty bop 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 all over the place, this please, during this time, do yourself a favor and at least take time to be still or go slow enough to notice things, because that's where this magic comes in. All this stuff is happening around you, but it takes you to notice it and then act on it, okay? Virgos, this was fun. I'm excited for you. I really, really am. Also, if you think about it, in order to take a good picture, it's capturing a moment. You have to be still to do it. It's that moment, right? I feel like that is for somebody. This was your March general reading. I so hope this helped and resonated with and for you. If so, please let me know in the comments below. I just love reading your comments. And with that being said, just thank you. Thank you so much for being here. And most of all, and as always, truly thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.